Well, I made it back with another video. Sorry for the delay, but Turkey Day got in the way. I'm going to try to do one on what I know about black Moscows. And there are probably a few different types of black Moscows. I'm sure you've seen some with a pretty much a lighter color of black. There are also some now that are full black and being marketed as something called full black. I think they're the same thing, to be honest with you, just more of the density of the black coloration. Now the thing with the other thing I wanted to mention, the stuff in the water is some live baby brine shrimp. I don't think I can get close enough to get it, but you can see it moving around. Anyway, it keeps the fish out in the open. The plant is a thin leaf water sprite. There's a few males and females in there. And what I'm going to try to do with this video, I'll start out with the adults. These are breeders that I've selected, next generation. And I'll try to go through the progression of the development of black Moscows. I have some that are a couple days old, some that are a week old, and some that are a few weeks old. And you'll be able to tell or see the development and a little bit of interesting observations about how they color up. Or if black isn't really a color, then I don't know if you could say that. But I guess black's a color. I don't know. It could just be devoid of color. I don't know what I'm saying. But with all Moscows, they will lighten up, almost turn like a gray when they get scared or watch a sad movie or get depressed or whatever causes it. It's like a mood ring in a fish, if you remember mood rings. And the black Moscows really don't get that. They will never, for me anyway, they've never faded to a gray. Like all Moscows males, they will at times show a couple of different colors, like a dark bluish or a greenish. Now I do have a LED light above them, and there is some couple of red and blue LEDs, so these guys may appear to be a different color right in the middle of the video, but that could just be the light. So what I do is I run, I actually have 3 lines of black Moscows. I've probably had them longer than just about anyone in the United States. I bought them way back when. If you check my Aquabit ID feedback, you can see I sold black Moscows on Aquabit. I was the first one in the USA to sell them, and probably about 15 years ago. Could be more, but I got mine from 2 different Asian breeders. One that I don't know, he doesn't sell on there anymore. Maybe his website's also gone. Maybe he switched to another name or picked up another profession that makes more money. That was Gold Pisces. And then I bought another line of black Moscows from another guy in Thailand, and I crossed them. And ever since then, I've been running 3 separate lines of black Moscows, and I have a few tanks of each besides the breeders, and that's because I have some different characteristics. I get some super long dorsal females, get some just long dorsal females, and short ones. Really not too many variations in the tail on the females. These females I think are going to be regular dorsal, but this one could grow, dorsal could grow a little further. And nobody really cares about the long dorsal. I just mention it because it's a difference. So if your black Moscow line is starting to crap out, really what you want to do is have planned in advance and had another line of it running, and just pick the darkest male and the darkest female you have and put them together and see what you get. Because when you go unrelated black Moscow cross, it's going to be somewhat related, but you will get a darker black Moscow out of it. So, and the only way to keep that line going is to keep doing crosses between slightly related lines. It's line crossing, but also more or less of like a colony breed if you don't take the babies and stuff out. So, but I mean, I just keep the adults separate, and I grow the babies out. I try to grow them out in separate batches, but sometimes they have so many fry, I really have to put a couple drops together if I get some that are pretty close in age. So I'll move on and show you the less colorful stuff, the younger ones. And it's interesting. It's not as boring as it sounds. And I guess you heard about the poor frog whose car broke down. He got towed away. Got it? Towed? It's terrible. Sorry. Alright, I'll be right back with the baby ones. Alright, it's going to be a little tough to see these guys because, one, they're only a day old. And they're kind of black. See if I can get one away from the crowd. So there's not too much to see. They do come out very black. Now you would think that seeing these right here with the black color a little more pronounced, that they would be males. But I kind of guarantee you they'll end up being females. And you really can't tell what they're going to be from a day or two old. But these will develop quite a bit of color over the next couple of weeks. Also size. These are extremely tiny fish. I'll try to back out so you can see. I got my paper plate behind it for the white. And you can see these things are extremely tiny. So it's cool though. They do develop color immediately. Like I said, these are about 2 days old, 3 days tops. And I'll show the next ones, which were a week old. Alright, these guys are roughly 8 days old. You can, I put them in a different type of container, a glass one, and see if I can zoom in on them. You can see we got a lot more black coloration going on. I wouldn't try to guess male or female yet. You can see some of the tails aren't completely black yet, but that color will continue to come in as they get older. So it's kind of the first couple of months of the Guppies' life. It's the development is the color and the growth. After they kind of get to a decent size, probably about 2 months or so, they really start, all strains start to really color up. The only one I've seen that's a difference is the platinum red mosaic big ear guppies. They can take, for me, they're taking 3.5 to 4 months to color up. So I won't stay on these too long, but you can see that the development has been that they've gotten more color throughout the body. And you really, obviously you can't tell male from female yet. These are only 8 days old. But real nice, good shaped guppies. And you can see they're definitely, without a doubt, black Moscow. Alright, these guys are 2.5 months old. You can clearly make out males from females. They're just, they're really about, males and females are about the same size. I haven't noticed a larger size difference in the males and females, except when they get older, over 6 months, you'll see obviously the long flowing dorsal on some of the females, but you'll see it on the males as well as the long flowing delta tail. And now the color on these is already going from their nose to their toes, if they had toes, but nose to tail. Just the belly area is still white. And you can't kind of go wrong sexing these fish out once they start to mature. The complete black coloration is a dead giveaway, as well as the sharpening anal fin into the gonopodium. So this is the time when you may see some lighter colored males, like a little bit of a purplish or a bluish. I would separate those and grow them out separately, obviously, once you separate them, which is what separate means. And just to monitor the development, because they may end up being black, but I try not to take too many chances because I don't want to ruin the line. The female, you can see they already have gravid spots. And they're overall a fantastic strain. It's one of my favorite strains, and I hope you enjoyed seeing them from babies to semi-adults where they almost get their driver's license to adults. Now I didn't take any video of the largest ones I have. The ones I've showed in the past, the extended dorsal, super extended dorsal females, they both had a huge drop of fry each and then thinned out and kicked the bucket. So I got to grow out their next generation, and so far I'm seeing the beginning of the dorsal developing on them as longer than normal. So I don't think I'll add any more. I think this kind of covers seeing what they look like from babies to adults. And if you like this idea, let me know. It's something different. I just thought it might be a good thing for people that are unfamiliar with the strain, or they're looking to buy some of this strain online. And a lot of times people will sell younger fish under 3 months, and this way you know what they should look like. Now, one real quick thing about buying fish online, I would highly recommend not buying a fry pack, as some people sell, or babies. Most reputable breeders will not do that, because if that fish grows out to be crap, then their reputation's on the line. And with the current days of YouTube and Instagram and all the other things I don't know about, you can we're going to get those pictures around pretty fast. And if somebody sells you something and ends up being a bent spine runt, you're not going to buy from that person again, and you're going to be pissed off even if you didn't spend much money. So just be careful, and I hope this information helps. If you have any questions, you let me know, and I appreciate you watching, and I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving that celebrates it. If you don't celebrate it, you should just eat turkey and pig out anyway. It's just a cool holiday. All right, thanks.